Big car flagpole race, ladies and gentlemen.
Brent, you're going to have to explain this one to me because I just don't get it.
Okay, look at the flagpole right there, Rich.
Got it.
That's between turns 3 and 4. I'm sorry,
actually,
2 and 3.
Isn't that 2 and okay,
right.
Good. So my math still works.
Right. So what happens is as you come around turn 2, then you have to go around that once before you can keep going.
So you 360 around this thing?
Exactly.
Oh, right on.
And it's going to cause one heck of a traffic jam. And check it out. Cousins Corey and Avery Jr. volunteered for this event. This is a voluntary event. But with only 2 points separating them, they know how critical it is to be in every race they can possibly get into.
Beautiful. Well, Brent, let's run through the lineup.
Okay, in the 14 car, we have Dan Pies, 77. Bria Bronson Steele. Bria Bronson Steele, also the secretary, and has done a great job helping out West Sound TV this year, and we really appreciate her effort. 88, Ken Richardson. 87, Dale Avery Jr. 101, Paul Nunez in a car that actually runs. And the 121 car of Clayton the Rooster Corey, followed up by KDDA president Steve Harris, and it looks like we have the 121.
That's actually the 121 truck.
The 121 truck car of Clayton.
And don't be surprised if you see the Rooster roll himself over in that truck tonight. And here we go. We are underway.
And again, they're starting the green flag from the starting position because of the mud.
And, you know, as we got a good view from where the booth sits right now, and looking at Clayton down there in that truck, he wasn't in a hurry to get around that corner. He is basically staging himself to see what happens here.
Here's where it gets interesting, Rich.
Oh, yeah, look at this.
Log jam. And that allows the 77 car of Bria Bronson Steele to take the lead.
And she is manhandling that car right now.
5 laps. Ken Richardson on her tail in the 88 car.
And we got a nice little pile up here with Clayton Corey tagged around the 14. It is a beautiful thing.
One driver we hadn't mentioned out there, the 78 car of Jeremy Steele, is the husband of Bria Steele.
Now, it's going to be interesting to see how this turns out because Jeremy's just kind of parked right now, getting deep into the mud bog. And it looks like she's tagged the trunk of his car to say cupcake.
Bria Steele is your leader. 4 laps to go. Be great to see a woman win another race, wouldn't it, Rick?
I'll tell you what, it'd be awesome because you know what that means. Woman wins a race, woman in the booth. Well, no, that means we get an interview.
That's right. We'll have Bria up here for an interview. And Bria Nails Jr. coming around the flagpole. Oh, boy, I tell you what, I don't like the looks of that flagpole laying down like that, Rich. That could be like jousting with a lead pipe. That might be reason to pause this race. They're going to have to take a good look at this.
I think they're taking a good look at it right now and just kind of looking right over it and letting this race run.
Boy, you really don't want to let that thing drop down any farther. That could be very dangerous. Bria doing a heck of a job, although Paul Nunez is now challenging her.
Yeah, he's challenging. He wants it. He needs redemption right now, but he's about to get invited to a mud bog.
The wrong way in the mud bog.
Yeah, you know what the highlight is? She drove him right around her husband.
Uh-oh. Bria still in the lead. 3 laps to go. Coming around the tire. Boy, she takes that tire awfully wide around Avery Jr.
Yeah, she's taking the whole thing wide. She's getting past Clayton there in his truck and then trying to come back around. And it's worked for her the first couple laps, but we'll see how this thing plays out right about now. Oh, look at that. Came close.
She narrowly misses the Bite Me car of Steve Harris.
So what is this? Bite Me, cupcake? Hey, they got some messages they're sending out tonight.
Yeah, they do. You got pretty much the entire board of directors for the KDDA tonight, and Bria makes a bad decision.
You see that? That's the first time she tried to take to the inside of the Rooster, and it's caught her up.
The white flag is out. Kelsey Payne got the checkered flag out. Paul Nunez.
Paul Nunez is taking it.
Paul Nunez in the 101 car. The 36-year-old in his 9th season out of Port Orchard. Sponsored by Acme Painting, North Shore Towing, Belfair Muffler, Canal Automotive. Belfair Muffler again. They must be like a double sponsor.
Yeah, it must be. Maybe one's for the rollover car.
There you go. 6-star Goodyear Port Orchard Pawn Shop. He must have got his transmission there. Scrap Iron Charlie, Bright and Clean, and Southern Dreams Entertainment. Congratulations, Paul Nunez, the business agent for the KDDA, and he has been reelected. And while we're waiting for the trophy girl, congratulations, Paul. Let's talk about outgoing and incoming officers of the KDDA, Rich.
All right, well, outgoing, we've got President Steve Harris, Vice President Steve Morgan. The Secretary actually is going to remain Bria Still. The Treasurer was Christina Payne. The business agent will remain Paul Nunez. The tech boss, it's going to have to stay the same, Adele Avery Sr. You just can't replace that genius. And the tech assist is going to remain Mike Stevenson. Newly appointed president will be Steve Morgan. The vice president is going to be Richard Sharp. And I think outside of the treasurer change to Kathy Morgan, everybody, like I said, everybody else is going to stay the same. You know, these guys put a lot of time and effort into this, and you really got to pay them credit. That's what pulls these events off. And, you know, for us coming in, it just makes it seamless.
Exactly. Steve Harris and Bria Steele have done a lot of work helping West Sound TV out, and again, we thank them and congratulate them on the fine job they did this year, and Bria on the fine job she'll do next year. And welcome Scott Carter in as, or Steve Morgan, I'm sorry, in as your new president.
And the other one, you know, word on the street, Brent, is that the secretary and the treasurer are really doing a lot of this job. So I don't know what kind of things going on there, but it's something to think about.
I tell you what, I'm a big headache for Steve Harris. I can guarantee you that. Okay, here's what we're going to do, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to say thank you to